I want to play a clip of Lillard talking before the game. And if I'm a Bucks fan, I don't love this.
No, I don't either. It's weird. It's very weird.
But if you're a Blazer fan, it's
Mm-hmm.
And maybe.
Yeah. Well, he says he's coming back.
Maybe Lillard will be back soon.
Well, he said it.
Well, I know, but I just mean soon.
Oh yeah,
like tomorrow.
I don't think so.
Trade deadline's next week.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Here is what Lillard had to say before last night's game.
I think because of how I feel about Portland, how I feel about the organization here, my time that I spent here, in my mind, I've always felt like that's how my career would end. And right now, I'm just in a space of like, this is where I am now. I'm in Milwaukee. I wanted the opportunity to contend, and our team has an opportunity to contend for this year and years to come. And I'm just living in that, But I definitely, like I said when I was traded, I see a day where, I'll be in a Trailblazer uniform again, before I'm done. But like I said, I'm in this time. And to accomplish what we want to accomplish, you got to be fully invested in that. And, I can't let this time, just kind of slip away worrying about, looking too far into the future.
How about that?
If I'm Milwaukee, I'm not thrilled about that at all. This is just kind of where I'm at.
He kind of has a vibe of, I'm begrudgingly going to try to win a title here.
Yeah. Well, and he said multiple times that it's been weird. It's hard to be away from my family. I don't feel comfortable here.
Well, it is Milwaukee.
Yeah, and all those things. But there's a difference between if I trade for a guy like that and I'm putting a top 12 player in the NBA with a top 3 player in the NBA, and the goal is to win a title. And he has said all along, that's the only reason I want out of Portland, is that I want to go win a title. And if I'm Milwaukee and I kind of get this, I'll always be 10 toes down in Portland. This is where my family is. This is where I want to be. It's awkward in Milwaukee. The coach thing, it's just, I picture a day when I'll be back. But right now, it's, I'm here to win a goal and I'm going to be committed to it. I don't love that at all. At all. And believe me, imagine if the shoe was on the other foot and Lillard had stayed in Portland and we had made the trade for Giannis.
He says that.
And Giannis says that? Oh, my God. People here immediately are like, whoa, 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 whoa. And maybe Milwaukee isn't as sensitive as Portland is, but if you're a Portland fan, I think you kind of smile and snicker a little bit, and like the grass isn't always greener. But if you're a Buck guy, I don't love that. And Lillard's been fine there, and they're gonna be okay. I mean, they have a great record. They're going through a coaching change right now, but that doesn't sound like a man that's particularly thrilled with where he ended up. Especially when he said all along, I either want to be in Miami or back in Portland. Well, you didn't end up in Miami, and you didn't end up back in Portland. And it sure sounds like whenever I hear Lillard talk that there's some remorse in that voice.
Yeah, he kind of gave a vibe of, I didn't want to go, and this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And
a little bit.
I'm surprised he said that, but he did, and he'll be a Blazer before long, before you know it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Milwaukee will be fine. The thing about it is with Milwaukee, they have to win a title.
Yeah.
Giannis won a title before, so they got Lillard, and they fired their coach 30 games in. It's like they have to. It is win a title or nothing.
Well, but
in Milwaukee, and if they don't win a title,
it's not this year. I think you got 3 years to. I think you got 3 years to win a title.
Yeah, but I think it's that will mount if you don't win this year. That's going to mount for next year.
To be fair, there's like 3 teams with it after with the working Lillard in. Firing a coach, they have like the 3rd or 4th best record in the NBA.
I know. And it's the NBA.
They're going to be fine.
These guys in the NBA, these stars, they know the season. Yeah. They know the ebbs and flows. Yeah. They know how much time they have. Yep. And, you saw it last night. Milwaukee does not have much urgency.
No.
And they it's what you lollygag around. Because there's so many games. These guys are thoroughbreds. They ride them so hard. There's 82 games. They know how to pace. So they're kind of pacing themselves. So there's no real urgency. But then you get into it, then all of a sudden you're down 10 in Portland, right? Yeah. And you huddle up and Giannis is like, damn it, we got to win this game. So he tries his ass off to win the game. Yeah. They don't win. And it's probably frustrating, but they also know that when push comes to shove and they get in a 7-game series,
they'll be fine.
They're going to be, I don't know that they'll be fine, but they're going to be able to buckle down and bring it for 4 quarters. I just feel like they're kind of coasting because they know they have time.
When I say fine, that's an Eastern Conference Finals team. They're just
it should be, but
it should be.
We'll see.
Well,
they're certainly not playing like it.
Again, It's the fourth best record. I'm fascinated by this.
Did you watch them?
I did watch them.
I mean, they're not.
But
that team ain't going to the finals.
It's a
playing like that.
Well, I mean, God, to say with not even at the All-Star break that any of this matters. You know who else is doing?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you know who else is doing this in the West is the Denver Nuggets.
Well, they all do it. That's exactly. You just made my whole point. That's what I'm saying is that stars in the NBA understand the point of the season that they're in.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying they're going to be fine. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Maybe they hate Doc Rivers and it gets worse. But yes, that's what I said. When push comes to shove, when the playoffs come, these guys know how to, when the urgency matters, right? And the urgency is not now. Yeah. So that doesn't mean that they're a finals team. They certainly don't. They're not playing like one.
No, not right
but
now.
I think that's the whole thing about the NBA. This is why the NBA is a little bit frustrating for some of us, is that there's just not urgency until March, and not even that. There's not urgency until April.
Yeah,
and the star players in the league know it.
The Nuggets are like the third or fourth in the West, and I'll tell you right now, if anyone wants to give me some action and bet against the Bucks coming out of the West, or the Nuggets coming out of the West, I'll gladly lay that. Denver's the best team, and it sure as hell isn't Minnesota.
Well, and guys are in and out of the lineup.
Yeah,
it's just it's kind of silly that league, how many games they make them play, and these guys have figured it out. They know how to
and it's why Milwaukee
write it out.
It's why Milwaukee made the move when they did, because they thought in long term their coach was going to be a problem. So you do it now, and now you got 38 or whatever, 40 games, whatever you got left for Doc to figure it out. And as long as you're playing well. For Milwaukee, who gives a rip if you're the second, third, or fourth seed? As long as you're playing good going into it with that lineup, you're going to be fine.
A text says it's so absolutely frustrating to hear Dame say that and to know that the Blazers could have pulled their effing heads out of their butts and figured it out. And so lame.
And that's mine. I think there was a way that you could have gone and kept some of the youth, but still brought in and had a nice mixture of young and old. You didn't have to do a complete teardown. I'll go to my grave saying there was no reason that Damian Lillard needed to leave Portland. I think it was a completely bought situation on the part of the Blazers.
I wonder how he feels about, or how he would be if he were in Miami.
Yeah.
Because that's where he wanted to go.
That's where he wanted to go.
But Miami's lost 8 in a row or something?
Yeah, Miami's having their own crisis right now.
Oh, no, they finally won. But they're 25-23.
Yeah, 2-8 in their last.
See, there we go.
10.
There's another one.
Yeah,
where it's just you counting them out when they're the 6th seed?
No, you count them out when they were the 8th seed.
All right. There is hot Damian Lillard talk.